What's going on, y'all? It's Greg Said It. Back with inspiration, motivation, y'all, in a new car. I told you I was at the dealership yesterday and then I was end up in a new car, but not for me, but a new car. And it's been a busy weekend. And shout out to all the fathers. It's one of those days where a lot of people look over and you always historically say people don't really appreciate fathers as much, and that's all because fathers don't really expect much, but what you can do is at least acknowledge and respect what your father done, because when they're not there, you have a whole lot to say about the fathers, and the impact is great. So happy Father's Day. You know, everybody does their best, nobody's perfect, but one thing you can do as a father is be there, present for your children, and also watching over your children, because a whole lot of stuff happens when fathers are not around. So be present, and then all the other good stuff, you know, we all learn and grow together. We had a great conversation today. Talked about a little bit about the Buffs and just how happy they look, and just, it's like they're having fun working out, which is a big deal because that's usually a sign of a great team. And they look the part, and they're getting the results, and they're enjoying themselves, and that's important. And we also talked about Shedeur and just being the asset he is, being the only real, he's a rarity, you know, a guy of his talent and coming from a losing team. Think that they hold that against him, but there's very few great quarterbacks who come from teams that struggle. They didn't come through the struggle. They come from these SEC championship, go to playoff every year type teams, and you really don't know what they're capable of by themselves. I mean, you know who they are because the teams are great, but they're surrounded by talent. They ain't had to go through the losing team. Well, a lot of them struggling in the pros because they're like, I ain't never been a loser. I don't been to playoff every year in college. I've been to multiple championships and this and that. Shadeur played great through the struggle. Many people can't say they played great through the struggle or in the struggle. They may play great when everything's going well. That's a whole conversation itself we ain't getting into, but it's probably worth having one day. So we talked about that. If you want to go check out that live, we had a lot of guys is excited about the Tangle Box. You know, they starting to click in like, okay, we're going to need this box because preseason, you know, we're going to have to keep up with all these different games. Jimmy over there in Carolina, you know, Shiloh's down there in Tampa. And LeJante is over in the Ravens, and Shedeur's with the Cleveland, and Travis and a couple of the Buffs down there in Jacksonville. And, you know, you're not going to get those channels. You're not going to get them unless you in those regions, but you're not going to get all the other ones. The Tangle Box going to allow you to get all the channels you want to get. As far as local channels, you can watch in the city. Watch it live there. If you're 9 times out of 10, your city's not going to show it. So that's where you go to defeatcable.com. People starting to get it. Defeatcable.com. Don't just fill out the form. Go ahead and get your order in. We'll get you taken care of. Make sure your stuff gets shipped out on PayPal. But it's one thing that we kind of brought up. We brought up a couple things, a lot of good points. One of the things that really just, it's the thing right now. It's not new, but it's clear. And when you correlate it to, really it's been going on with Colorado. They've been manipulating the narrative for a long time, lying on them. Even last offseason, and, you know, saying Coach Prime made the guys go to the concert and Shadeur's a bad team. But they've been really trying to rail this theory up because they got something against them. I got an idea of what. But anyway, it's probably not what you think it is. Because the lies are lies. And believe it or not, lies don't have no color. If you believe that, show me what color don't get lied on. And what color don't lie on each other. Oh, truth and rhymes. A lot of people don't understand that what goes on is beyond the skin. It's beyond skin deep. What goes on is not flesh and blood. People still want to fight that. Hey, that's a personal problem. I'm too grown to fight that battle, man. This world we live in is not as simple as you think. And it's not limited to your perspective and your experiences. Your experience is your experience, but that don't mean that's what's always going on. That's what's only going on. Sometimes people get really, really emotional about certain stuff. But then it's hypocritical because it don't only apply to who they're applying it to. It also applies to people around them and including them. And I just try to live by the truth because at the end of the day, it's not a skin issue. It's not a one particular person or group of people issue. It's a human issue. If you don't check yourself before you wreck yourself, you're going to fit the same description, if you don't already. Because people are people. They jacked up. They mama jack them up. They daddy jack them up. They neighborhood jack them up. Their family jack them up. Their culture jack them up. You can get jacked up a lot of ways because the ultimate goal of something, wherever it is to jack you up. Why are we acting surprised? And one of the favorite ways of jacking people up is lies. Boy, I'm rhyming that back. Boy, I need it. Lie. A lie don't care who tell it. You know. It's a weapon of a special kind of entity. It like to lie on you. Like to kill, steal, and destroy. Y'all might know. It got a lot of names. And they got a whole little group. You know, we ain't just dealing with one of the two things. We dealing with probably millions. On both sides, good and evil. Trying to get something done, trying to help you out, or trying to work against you. One or the other, really, you just put into two main categories. You got all kinds of little variables in between that we come up with words, but really, ultimately, it's good and evil. So either something gonna happen good or something bad. And you got something working for you good or something working against it. Make it complicated, argue over name. You know, it may be true, may be false, but to act like it ain't happening is just crazy in 2025, like I said. And so we apply it to Shedeur. Coach Prime, really, who started with, it's an extension of that. Lie. He ain't perfect, but why lie on what he ain't doing? See, it's a lot of stuff that, it's some unperfect people in this world, some unperfect leaders, politically, and people rally the troops against them. As if you perfect. You got some raggedness too. You may not got the same raggedness. You might got some worse raggedness. Honestly. You just don't want to look your raggedness in the face. You'll look his in the face. We got to be real with ourselves. People lie for different reasons. Person's mind is blown. They just all geeked up. They think only people who racist lie. Or they lying at you because it's race. Just because they're a different race, that don't mean they only lying at you because I don't like you because of race. There's many other categories, especially if you fit those other categories. It could be a combination of categories. It could be what you say, but you can't use that every time. But anywho, they lying on, clearly. Because a lie can be verified. The truth can be verified. But you know, one thing about a liar, they don't care about you verifying the truth because their goal is to lie. They don't care. That's crazy. They'll lie knowing it can be verified if it's a lie or not. They don't care. Because I'm going to lie and I'm going to get as many people to believe the lie as possible. Because the truth may be verified, but not by this person who received the lie. They going to hit a lie and go on with it and repeat it and take it to heart and have personal grudges against people you never met, never will meet, ain't did nothing to you and won't do nothing to you. Ain't, you know, it's like you get all emotionally involved with a lie. And even if it was true, it don't affect you. Look on the other line. Boy, I'm good. Even if it's true, it don't affect you. What you all wind up about it? It's so far away from you. And you just put so much energy and time into it. Now, the mystery is, and the crazy part is, you good old Colorado fan, how do you hate to see Coach Prime get dead that way? And Shadeur get dead that way? But love to see it happen to other people. Maybe because they don't look like you, or they don't politically align with you, or whatever. You okay with a lie when it don't fit, I guess, your liking? A lie is a lie, and a lie is a lie. If they lie, it's a lie. Come on now. You can't like a lie and hate a lie when it show up at your door, the people you like. Cause sure ain't gonna like it when it show up at your door. They lie. You gotta hate a lie, cause a lie, hey, it don't care who it hit. You care who it hit, but a lie don't care who it hit. So when it show up in your neighborhood, in your vicinity, you offended. But you love the lie when it was hitting your enemy. The problem is, You don't even know half the time why they your enemy. They ain't even did nothing to you. They ain't slapping mama. They ain't peeing your cereal. But you excited to see them fall. But you seen and can't understand how people excited to see Shedeur fall. See, you made of the same cloth. You made of the same thing. You doing the same thing. People say, oh, they racist. You racist too. You prefer your race. You say this, that. You use color all in your language. You racist. Well, you can't be racist. Yes, you are. Anytime you got a preference towards somebody else because of race, that is racist. You can come out with the crazy definition you want. You justified. You ain't justified. You doing the same thing. See, a lie is the same way. That's how you know it's made of the same evil. A lie don't care who tell it and who it hit. Because that's what it do. It has rules. It has goals. It's a lie. Lie, racist, hate, jealousy, all these crazy things. They all have characteristics. And they don't limit themselves like you do. You just fall for the okie doke. Whatever strategy they use to get it done, they gonna get it done. You know, hate got many ways of hating, but the ultimate goal is hate. So it's only one way to deal with all of them. You would think you would be on that side, because you gotta do unto others what you want done to yourself. If you don't want it done to your mama, your daddy, your granny, your children, then you need to get in the habit of not wanting it to be done to other people. Even if you think they're your enemy. They might not be your enemy, but you think they are. Because you got to go look at why they your enemy in the first place. Because you shouldn't even be having none. Because people are people. They all go through stuff. They all suffer. They all got issues. You may have different issues than the other person. You may have different issues from me. But you got them. And you, at the end of the day, when you do some dumb mess, you want somebody to have some grace on you. Grace, forgiveness, whatever. You want somebody to be understanding. Well, my mama wasn't there, my daddy was on dope. You want that. But the other person go act a fool. You act a fool. You want sympathy. They act a fool. You want to bury them. Well, then you should be buried. That's the principle of forgiveness. That's the principle. You forgive or you won't be forgiven. That's the principle. I forgive your stupidity, but you don't want to forgive their stupidity. Then forget your stupidity. How everybody got to be dealing with all that foolishness you on? But the other fool over there, you want to see them dead. You wishing harm on all that. That's you doing a lot of talking. It's amazing when you look at it the right way. The perspective is different. How do you help a Coach Prime? How do you help a Shedeur? How do you do these things when you applaud the same exact things happening to other people? How do your prayers count when you're so happy to see other people fail? Why would your prayers count? How do you have the nerve to speak against evil when you do the same evil? You just do it to a different person. The other person doing the Shedeur and Coach Prime and his folk, they feel justified. They're okay with it. Because they don't like them. Because they feel they don't like them. They may have got misinformation. They may have got the media deceiving and amp them up. But you don't. You like them. But then you turn around and do it to somebody else. You don't check your facts either. Because you bought the lie for whatever reason. You want to believe the lie. It looks stupid. So you say, all they got to do is check out Shedeur. You can go check out some of the lies you believe. But you won't. Because you want to hate the person. Oh. But then you look at Shedeur. Why did everybody do that? Why you do what you do? Mirror. You ain't doing no hexes and hoodoo. Look yourself in the mirror. Because lies don't care who tell it. They lying on Shedeur, clearly. He ain't the only one being lied on. Look around. On every level, lies go out. Somebody lying on you at your job. Have been lied. So everybody done been lied on. You done some junk, but you didn't do that. Lies. That's what we're dealing with, y'all. Shall I call it a spirit? Whatever word you want to apply to it. It ain't in the body, it ain't flesh, but it spreads like a plague. We dealing with lies, deception on levels unreal. We just looking at it at football. And it's amazing how intense it is. Because it's almost like it's getting your attention because it's showing you this is real. This thing here, you think this is the only place it happened? It's just using football. It's amazing. Y'all should think about that if you ain't already. But I'm just Greg said it. If you haven't yet, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll be talking to y'all soon.